to pay these loans over the next 40 years. It means your children will still be paying these loans because there's a 9% interest per annum on this loan. So after 3 years, federal government begins to pay the interest and pay back this loan with a 9% interest. Will this ever go away? I hope that I've been able to provide some level of understanding as to why, many Nigerians are concerned by the actions of the Senate to restructure this loan. Anyway, you may want to read that to the belly of the Guardian newspaper. All right, Nigeria to spend next 4 years repaying controversial 23.72 trillion naira CBN overdraft to federal government. Corrupt officials sabotaging passport issuance, says Aregbesola. Corrupt officials sabotaging passport issuance, Aregbesola alleges. Nasima, CPPE laments worsening state of economy. Senate cannot stop demolition at Lagos airport, says federal government. Despite probes, official corruption undermining building control enforcement. Police officers, families to vacate 25 barracks for renovation. Police officers and families to vacate 25 barracks for renovation. It's you people that we hear it when these police officers have to pay rent outside. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Okay. National Assembly. I hope that the federal government is able to provide them, because if you and I have to pay back these loans, or rather, if these officers have to raise monies for their rent, I don't know what's going to happen. National Assembly leadership, Tinubu differs zoning decision after May 29. Are we pushing this for another 2015 or the 8th Assembly kind of drama with Saraki? Remember that? National Assembly leadership, Tinubu differs zoning decision after May 29. We just might have another Saraki situation in the National Assembly, because we see that the opposition also gearing up and warming up to say, look, they can also provide leadership of the National Assembly cannot be left to the ruling party alone. So, well, and with all this back and forth, with more people throwing their hats in the race, yesterday, Representative Adodogwa threw his hat in the race for the speakership. It's from the Northwest. More people joining that race. What's going to happen? Project refund. I owe you nothing, Tinubu tells Wike. Project refund. I owe you nothing, Tinubu tells Wike. And this is making headlines across most dailies. And it's quite funny because, politicians know what to tell you, how to rile Nigerians up. It's just really a very funny thing. They know what to say to get all Nigerians talking and all excited and all. At the end of the day, they shake hands behind the scenes, and a lot of you become the laughing stock. But anyway, I'll leave that and I'll move on to more headlines. Now let's go to the Punch newspaper. From the Punch, 26 days to go. Outrage as Senate approves Buhari's 22.7 trillion naira extra budgetary spending. 26 days to go. Outrage as Senate approves Buhari's 22.7 trillion naira extra budgetary spending. Fresh borrowing from CBN illegal. Suspicious, say NECA. LCCI, economists, says NECA, LCCI, and economists. 22.7 trillion naira extra budgetary spending to raise debt to 69 trillion naira. Now, that's how much the Buhari administration would leave in debts. Kudos to them. Big shout out to the Buhari administration. At least they managed to keep the nation going, right? Let's see what the next administration will be able to do. Would the Buhari administration have left a foundation for them to build on? Because they said the president-elect has said he would build on what President Buhari has left behind. Now, what kind of foundation has the Buhari administration laid for the incoming APC administration? Agenda 2050. Federal government projects $33,000 per capita GDP. Agenda 2050. Federal government projects $33,000 per capita GDP. APC NWC fails to zone National Assembly leadership seats. Police arrest Osun twins for cultism. Senate proposes life jail for unlawful explosive makers. Senate proposes life jail for unlawful explosives makers. Above the masthead of the Punch newspaper, Sudan, 376 stranded Nigerians airlifted from Egypt. Sudan, 376 stranded Nigerians airlifted from Egypt. Federal government disconnects, but that's a good thing. Grateful that Nigerians, a few Nigerians have been able to, some of them may have arrived the country already, and that's good news. Let's hope that more and more of them are able to touch down Nigerian soil. Federal government disconnects discos from national grid over debt. Federal government disconnects discos from national grid over debt. Strike. Resident doctors say federal government's threat annoying. Strike. Resident doctors say federal government's threat annoying. Now let's bring you in to the conversation. Which headline tickles your interest most? Joining now, and let's get talking. 09073530044 and 09087668888. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Prince Ike.
Okay, well done. How was the night time?
Very good. Thank you very much for asking. We're good.
In fact, what touches my mind that I'm going to, give as my own assertion and also contribution and opinion. This SSS way of borrowing. Are we not, tired, sick and tired of borrowing as a borrowing nation? There is no nation in the world that God has overblessed the way God has overblessed Nigeria, both human and also natural resources. But what is the evidence? Is it in area of technology? Is it in area of industrialization? Is it in area of steady electricity? Infrastructure development. You are going to see all the new Socranic of this nation called Nigeria, good people, great people, wonderful people, giants of Africa. In fact, all the infrastructure development, they have been solely devastated and also dilapidated. Congratulations to Buhari administration. Good kudos to APC. We have seen it all. How Nigeria is being led. Understand me? No inclusiveness of government, no sided appointment on the kidnapping and also what? Stealing by tricks. Understand me? And at the same time, this headman, a Fulani headman have been ravaging all the country. With such a frustration and permutation, we need heaven to come down before we say no to this evil. Are you hearing me? Look at the whole Nigeria. After you might have graduated from nursery school to primary school to secondary school and the university, even to master's degree, level, no employment opportunity. It's a sad, and we continue to be what? Parading ourselves. We are what? Giant of Africa. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prince Ike. I appreciate you for calling in. Now, let's get this straight. No one says borrowing is a bad thing. America is indebted, but the controversy around this securitization of these loans by the Senate is that it goes in contravention to the Electoral Act, which makes it illegal. If the Electoral Act says, sorry, did I just say Electoral Act? The CBN Act. The CBN Act says 5% cap on GDP of the previous year. All right? Revenue generated from the previous year. If we've gone way over that 5% cap, then we have this. It makes it an illegality. It means that it is illegal. It has become criminal or a crime to have contravened the laws of our country, the laws establishing the CBN, or rather, good morning. Good morning, Elder Noja.
Elder Noja is my name. Where did you go and get the Prince Ike on there?
Prince Ike resumed yesterday or 2 days ago. He was on sabbatical.
You call and tell us where you've been, and you run away from us, and everybody was looking for you on the air.
I told him.
I'm not going to search you for Karima, I did not get you. So you tell us where you be.
Yes, sir.
We will love you, and then we need you to be free, to be here every time. My brother, don't start with police again. You see, me and those is where we call the private. Police call them. Most of the barracks where they did in this nation is for custody. And then that's where you see GSP, SC, and then CSP are living. And then if you see that barrack, some of them, even some groups can never sleep in that barrack. Now there's even a vacate the way before they renovate the barrack. And they renovate, you don't hear any army go outside. GSS renovate, we don't hear GSS go outside. Airports, they renovate barracks, we don't hear any of vacates go outside. The same thing with Navy. Why should it be police? What they want to do now is to renovate the barracks and give it to the other people. Give it to different people, allocate it to different people. Before you take a tax in Nigeria police now, you have to buy. You have to buy it before you occupy that barrack. Okay, have you system that you 25 barracks to vacate? Vacate to where? I need to renovate barracks, you don't hear, say they vacate. Why to the police to vacate? Vacate to where? Are you going to give them no estate? Most of estate in Abuja here, empty estate where police are supposed to buy and give it to the people. All the money they give it to them. They never get any new tax.
But Elder Noja, how can the people be in the estates while they are, rather in the barracks while they are trying to renovate them? Is that possible? Is that something that's feasible?
You see that there's many empty houses. I mean, they're very barracks in Abuja here. You have to police something barracks before. Go to Tungamaja and see the type of barracks we have me at Didi. Go to Dimarok. You hear the police barracks. The way they are spying, the house went to that government bill for one people to occupy. That's what they occupy. We don't have police barracks in Abuja here then to tell us. Nyanya, federal house in the occupy. Bereki, Segari quarter they occupy. The same thing with Gwagwalada. Police never did on barracks. You only this MD Abubakar, that's their levy. Where senior police officer occupy, that's where police is.
All right,
Elder
Noja, we're going to have to let you go now. Thank you so much for calling. Appreciate you for your contribution to the conversation. Keep it coming. 090-7353-0044 and 090-8766-8888. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. What's your name, please? Hello? I think say again.
David from Apple.
Oh, David from Apple. Good to have you. Let's hear you, please.
I want to appreciate Professor Prince Ike. He's welcome back. Yeah, I've said it all. I really appreciate you for the program too.
Thank you.
But the excess of killing in Nigeria is too much. That is my major concern, and I wish the security will continue to do their best Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. Let them continue to do the best. Hello, good morning. Lost that one. Call me back 09073530044 and 09087668888. You can send those SMS and WhatsApp messages as well as the voice notes to 09097054450. Hello, good morning. Sir.
Let me give a sign of anxiety before making a short comment.
Clement Zion, good morning.
Yes, thank you, sir. The federal government borrowed another 22 trillion. We're not talking of 22 billion.
These monies had been borrowed a long time ago. They just they had to go. The National Assembly had to, gazette the securitization of these loans, which would make it possible for Nigerians to pay the loan over a 40-year period.
Yeah, but we are now knowing that it adds up to the 46 trillion we are talking about, and now we are owing about
69 trillion. Yeah.
Public domain now.
Mm-hmm.
So these loans, what are they used for over the years? Our roads are bad. There's killing everywhere. We're not able to tackle insurgency. We have not improved the economy. We have not been able to build one refinery so that we will stop exporting much of our crude and importing and surcharging Nigeria in the name of subsidy. What have we achieved with all these loans? I am weeping this day. I won't tell you a lie. That's why I said let me use a sigh of anxiety before making this short comment. If this is what Buhari has successfully plunged us into over the years, from 5% to 2,000%. If you check the loans that are hanging on every individual Nigerian, which if we are supposed to cough it out and pay now, this is not going to be change on us by way of taxation and all that. I tell you that many people will not be able to feed so many weeks. That is what Nigerian government has plunged us into over the years. It's a shame. It's a shame. I think I'm going to take a sabbatical of this public comments on a daily basis because they hear us and it does not add up to anything. What they are doing now is severance package for the government. They are going to share all these things among themselves and tell us they have used it to improve their power. They have used it to improve our roads. It's a shame. And I said it the other time. In Nigeria, it's unsustainable the way we are going, and you know it. All journalists know it. That Nigeria is unsustainable. The elites know it. If we thought that we make in a month from taxation, from port authority, from housing, from power and all that, we need 150% of it monthly, is it not, to pay interest on our foreign loans. And the central bank is giving overdraft to this profit-based government. It's a shame, my brother. It's a shame.
Thank you very much for calling. Now, for those of you speaking more on this, I wish I had the time to speak more on this so we can understand this better, because as it is, what has further, devalued the Nigerian currency as well as sparked up inflation would be these ways and means, because it's basically money coming out of thin air, money that is coming from nowhere, like that isn't backed up by any reserves or anything. So you would have to devalue just so that it balances out with other currencies and the economy in general. All right, keep your calls coming in. Don't know what's happening now. I just have dropped calls. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. My name is Williams, calling from Airport Road.
Williams from Airport Road. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much. I called to respond to the headline on the ways and means of the central bank to the government. The chunk of money that the government has borrowed from the central bank, well, I know it's stated in the CBN Act that it should be the 5% of the actual revenue of the previous year. but it's not really a question of legality in this case, but that of the doctrine of necessity. Because if the federal government and the central bank, they are both government institutions, they are like government institutions, so one wouldn't operate in total isolation from the other. So in order to ensure that the country runs smoothly, then sometimes the doctrine of necessity has to be invoked. That's my contribution.
Yeah, okay. I wish I could ask you some questions, but anyway, thank you very much for calling in, because I don't know what economic or economics that would make economic sense that would make to print monies when there's nothing to back them up. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my brother Yana. My name is Engineer Femi.
Engineer Femi, good to have you.
Yes. It's sad that even, Fela was right when he said we are suffering and smiling. It becomes, it's almost, logic is hard to come by when you say that it is necessity that makes us go beyond bounds. Now, that same necessity has helped us to cripple the GDP of the country by increasing taxes and import taxes and taxes on everything in the country. Yet, we don't have an environment where anything can thrive properly. The citizens have been even more powerless. Inflation is going crazy. Nobody's talking about it. There's unemployment everywhere. So how can your GDP grow? Now, instead of us to focus on it, like the Edo State Governor said, that it will take a miracle for government workers to be paid by June, July, except they go and print out money. The man has been on that printing out money. And I will tell you, give you a news that will shock you. Because we are printing money and we're not making money, that is why our exchange rate cannot be better. And I'll give you an example. CBN gave us February as deadline for all the old Naira notes to be out so that we can have all new Naira notes. Guess what? It means that they were sure the new Naira notes will be ready. Now, because the volume of new Naira notes in the country cannot meet up anything, they now printed that out as a gimmick to add to the old Naira notes, meaning that we are printing more notes into the economy to just get by. That is where we are at, my brother. So that is why up to now, you go to the bank and different places, you hardly get enough Naira notes. Because the volume of notes in the country, nothing has happened to it. We just increase printing out more money, and then we increase it to
all right, Engineer Femi.
just to sustain ourselves.
Okay.
It's bad.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you calling in. Let's get more of your thoughts and responses shortly. Keep it coming. 090-7353-0044 and 090-8766-8888.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
There you are, riding in silence, both deep in thought. I bet you the driver think this ride shouldn't cost more, and you the passenger are sure you're overpaying. Never mind, let's just stay quiet. Or you can both download InDrive and agree on a fair price beforehand. InDrive, people driven. The InDrive online passenger transportation aggregator is not a taxi service. For more information, visit indrive.com.
For an internet service that will make surfing on the internet an enjoyable one? Do you want a super fast connection to the internet? Look no further, as Eagles Internet Services is here for you, an effective internet service provider with 99% proven reliability for residential and office services. We provide unlimited internet bandwidth services of different bundles tailored to meet your desires and taste. It is reliable, affordable, with a wide coverage. You can locate them at plot 1719 Cadastral Zone B, Kaura District, or you can call 081 33 12 1423 or 090 65 76 5969. Eagles Internet Service. Stay connected to everything you love.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Thank you for staying with us. This is the Pages on your radio experience. You can count on. I'm bringing more callers now. Hello, good morning.
Hello. Good day. How are you?
I'm very well, GB. Good to have you.
Yes. Yes. On the issue of a loan, you see, there's no way a country will not collect loan. What should be after it? What has government used this money for? I think there should be a kind of CSO to probe all this loan collected by Buhari. Are they using for infrastructure to benefit us? Because this government also is paying the loan people have collected. In the days of boom of BDP, when we have boom, when oil was selling for $100 per barrel average, and we're having 2.2 million barrels per day, they still borrow money. Where you can this Abuja Kaduna Road project, a rail project, money was borrowed for it. Even all this CCTV in Abuja, the money was borrowed. What am I saying? That the government is paying the money. So, but what should be after is that this money used judiciously? What are the interest concerns to it? How much are we doing? That is what concerns me. To me, I'm a businessman. I borrow to do projects. If I borrow 1 million naira and I make profit of 3 million naira, so it's a good business for me. You know what I'm saying? It's a good business for me. But if I borrow money to go and my second wife, government to go and throw party, then I should know that my business will collapse. So that's how it is. Me, I'm not against borrowing, but we should probe what was the money for. And I'm not for the government. There are many projects we can see going on in Nigeria. Infrastructurally, they can say, okay, this money is. If you travel, you see Sukuk 1, Sukuk 2, Sukuk 3. People are not asking, what is the meaning of Sukuk 1, Sukuk 3? In Abuja, you see Sukuk 4. It's sure that when I say this money for Sukuk, this is what we use it for. And those money will benefit the society, increase productivity, and increase production, and make our economy better. To me, I'm not against borrowing. What is this for? And Tinubu is so wicked that I owe you no money. That is true. The better elect does not have any record of the budget. That's what it is. I owe you no money. But when I'm there, you come and lobby me with your document. Bring your document to convince me that truly I need to pay you this money. That's very wise answer to charge something. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for calling, GV. We hear you loud and clear. Okay, get more thoughts in. Your voice notes and messages are pouring in. Don't know that we would squeeze them in quickly. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Point of order, please, my brother.
Hold on, 30 seconds.
Yes. 2 minutes, please.
No, 2 minutes. No way. That's not going to happen.
Okay, 1 minute. 1 minute. Politicians, they are the great problem to Nigeria here. During our administration as a soldier, we consult Abuja here. All what politicians are using Abuja here was consulted by the Nigerian army. We did not borrow money from outside during Abacha. We did not borrow during Babangida. National Assembly was consulted by the Apple Legislative Quarter where we consult they have sold it. Most of what all the Abuja roads was controlled by this. Since when they came to power, continue borrowing money. What are they using that money for? Politicians, they are great problem to this Nigeria.
All right, Adanaja, thank you very much. I'm going to have to let other people join in as well. Thank you. Now, Daily Trust newspaper from Daily Trust. Speakership. Opposition intensifies plots to upstage APC. Speakership. Opposition intensifies plots to upstage APC. Says we are more than prepared. It's a fruitless move, says Chief Whip. We will abide by ruling party's decision. Task Force Forum. There they can succeed, but analysts. Okay, we are working on consensus, says Adamu. Now, Sudan crisis. Nigerian evacuees airlifted from Egypt without luggage. Well, they say the luggage will arrive later. Press Freedom Day. IPI sets agenda for Tinubu's government. Lagos, Ogun, Kano tops as internet subscribers hit 154 million. Boa Foods records 40 billion naira profits in 3 months. Ways and Means. Senate okays Buhari's 22.7 trillion loan request. Buhari launches Nigeria Agenda 2050, targets over 150 million jobs. Let's get to those voice notes now. Usman Daura is here. Good morning,
Good
Usman.
morning, Mr. Henacha, Princess Rice, Abuja. Usman Daura is my name.
Good morning. Welcome.
Let me comment on the Minister of Interior, Rebeshola, saying that corrupt officials sabotaging issuance of passports. That is why you appointed the minister. Do your work. Are they ghosts? Fish them out. They are people. And on this passport corruption, people have been reporting whenever they actually extort money from. They do complain, but nothing's been done about it. These people they are no ghosts. They are immigration officials. They are known. So deal with them, fish them out, and punish them. It's not for you to come out and start saying that corrupt officials are sabotaging issuance of passport. Then what do you want us to do? That is the reason why you appointed the Minister of Interior. Deal with it. We have anti-graft agencies. Invite them. These people they are known already. Why can't you do something about it? So it is not enough to come out and start saying that they are sabotaging what when they are known. They know them. People have been complaining, some written this thing, some verbally with evidence, but yet nothing happens to it. Especially Lagos, Port Harcourt, Abuja, Enugu, Anambra, Calabar. Most of these complaints are there. People have been complaining. If you go online on Twitter, these people complain, but nothing about it. So it is not enough to come and start complaining that they are sabotaging what? They are known. So deal with it, Mr. Henacho. And all of this official deceitful statement. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's see. Udokama as well is here. Good morning, Udokama.
Ifanacho, good morning.
Good morning to you.
How was the night?
Thank you.
Ifanacho, is here, Buhari administration collected overdraft of 20-something trillion. You see, and this is outside the 40-something trillion borrowed by the same government outside the country. And now we are going to pay for what you don't know. Have you seen it? My problem is not that they borrowed. My problem is what did they do with all this money? With all this money, what did they do with it? Why is it that everything about this government is upside down? These people, they behave as if they don't care. Now the money, Nigeria are going to pay the money. You see, God will have been Emefiele and Buhari. You better than someone upon them. They don't do anything what they like with Nigeria. But no problem. We cannot fight. Bye bye.
Thank you very much, Udokama. Who's here now? Good morning.
Good morning, Prince Henacho. My name is Engineer Shogun.
Engineer Shogun, welcome.
I see this outgoing government as if they are creating problem for the one that are coming. A very big problem that people coming will end up doing nothing because they will be busy paying debts. Why are they doing to this country like this? Why? Who do we offend? Is it a cause or something? God bless you, my prince. God bless Nigeria. God bless you, Kuzafim. God bless all the listeners. I believe one day we'll get out of this. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anthony Witness, good morning to you.
President Henacho, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Anthony Witness. Yesterday I prayed for you that as a prince, your kingdom will not be like Nigeria, but you were reluctant to say amen to that.
Amen,
but I wish you make the same prayer for me. I will shout amen to the highest heaven because it's a terrible thing going on in this very country.
This country will get better.
Buhari's wife, Aisha, pleaded for forgiveness. And it was not too long ago. Information Minister Lai Mohammed said no, they have performed the best than their predecessors, and their Adesina joined him to echo the same thing. Buhari himself said we should forgive him, at the same time claiming that he has performed the best. He has delivered his change he promised about. And today we are hearing trillions of naira loan taken that will be paid in 40 years. Take us 40 years to pay. That is our children and even children will be paying the loan they have collected today. And even as they are about exiting, they are borrowing more, just like one for road. What they are known for, they take one for road. So it's quite unfortunate to those who are carrying APC shoulder high. Fine, not be the same market will they go, not be the same fuel will they buy. So after carrying APC shoulder high and all those who are working on that APC, fine, we are all together in this very country. We move and let's see how it goes. Have a good day.
Thank you very much. Let's bring in a caller now, Dewey. Seems like the voice notes are overtaking the conversation this morning. It's a lot of them, and I hope that we can take them. Now, let's bring in callers 09073530044 and 09087668888. Hello, good morning.
Jerry calling.
Jerry, good to have you. How are you today?
Fine. My friends, can you hear the kind of Olubongo's money? These guys have been languished. Within the country, we are seeing nothing. Light, zero. Road, zero. Infrastructure, zero. Everything, zero. My friends, these guys, we need to hold them to ransom. They must pay this money. All the governors, former governors, former senators, former House of Representatives, all the Amacham and all of them, they have to pay this money. We are using this money to buy all this Olubongo bike and be blowing one, send police after you. Like now you have been doing this business, this journalist business for how many years? I don't even think you pay your house rent. You pay house rent, you don't have a house. But they have hotel everywhere. They have plaza. They have estate everywhere. If they have everything everywhere. Former president, former governor, former House of Representatives, president ones and the old ones. They have houses everywhere, estate. Not because of anything. The citizens are dying in silence. What I'm suffering and smiling like the other of my brother say. What do we do to these guys to deserve all these things? They need to hold them to ransom more. Which kind of government is this? These people are taking us for granted. These papers come together. Like you don't have voice. You say it that if you search for something, to come to this. Journalists supposed to have right to question everywhere, anywhere, any day. But you don't have mass now again. They have arrested all the whole journalists, all the whole radio station, all the whole television station. They have arrested everybody. Nobody have mass to say anything. If you say they send police after you, if you say they send GSS after you,
right,
if you say they send soldiers after you,
Jerry, thank you very
we
much.
have to wake up. We have to rise. These guys, they want to take us and bring this village.
Thank you very much. When you say Nigerians don't want to come together, I think it's because religion and where I'm from is more important to us than ethnic groups and religious groups are more important to us than national unity. Sometimes you wonder why it is that the 1% are united or more united against the 99. It's quite funny. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, Mr. Henry calling from Galo.
Mr. Henry, I'm glad you're here this morning. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yes. I like what is happening. Because of those that say that Buhari have come to deliver Nigeria, that good luck is a bad luck. It's very okay. We are doing the same market. We go the same place. We buy the same petrol. Nobody, let them borrow more money. It's very good. That is the change we aim for. But I pity for the people that doesn't have food to put on their table, because with what is going on now, I don't know what the next administration, because it's like when you have you have children, but you didn't lay any foundation for them. Foundation, I'm not talking of money. At least a child is supposed to start from somewhere. You give him school, you give him education first of all. But yeah, look at how every nothing. Look at the money, the kind of money that when you come in the outside world, they will be looking at you as if you don't know what you are saying. That people squander without doing anything. Very good. I like it. I hope the APC card carrier members are listening. Let them continue. We are here. We are not going anywhere. This place, we would all end up here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Henry. Now, again, when people talk about this, or experts talk about these loans, their fear is, the concern is not whether it's the Buhari administration. The fear is where the next administration is going to get monies to run the economy. As it is, NNPC hasn't been remitting to the Federation account. Nigeria has been, mostly sustained by non-export and non-export revenue. Speaking of the FIRS, through taxes and all those import duties and the likes, that's where we mostly have how we mostly sustained generating revenue, because oil, which is supposed to be Nigeria's biggest earner, isn't even making Nigeria much money. Oil is being stolen on a daily basis. The oil theft is a big thing. How would the next administration survive? I'm concerned about the next administration. Would Asiwaju use his personal money to run Nigeria? Is it going to be possible? Because looking at it, the CBN, the Ways and Means, is supposed to be a last resort. So if the federal government has sought loans and couldn't get, that's when they go to the CBN through the Ways and Means window. Does it mean that the federal government had sought loans from everywhere and they couldn't get, and that's why they had to keep taking these loans from the federal from the CBN, just literally printing money against nothing just to keep the economy going? How would we sustain this? How sustainable is that? For how long would we do that? Doing this to the tune of $51 billion. $51 billion. That's a lot of money. Does it mean that nobody's willing to give us monies, and that's why we're resorting to Ways and Means? Because by the CBN Act, it is, the last resort. If you have exhausted every other means to get money or borrow money and you couldn't, then you go to the CBN through the Ways and Means. Suleiman, good morning to you. Can we hear you, Suleiman? Seems like we can't hear Suleiman. Please don't call this number again. We're taking voice notes.
This is Suleiman Amfulani from National Assembly Quarters, but right now in Bauchi State. Please, my please, I just want to use this opportunity to call on the federal government and the state government on Plateau State. What happened to us yesterday on our way coming to Bauchi, wallahi, it was so sad, so bad. The road was blocked almost for some hours. Wallahi, nothing has done because some communities, they blocked the road like crisis is going on. And the worst part of it, they blocked the road at an army checkpoint. And the army checkpoint, they blocked the road and nothing has done. So blocking the road, whatever happened, yes, we know some communities, they are going on with this killing that is going on day by day. We are calling on the government to take action for those who are behind of this killing. And if whatever happened, wallahi, blocking of the road will never ever be the solution. It's not the solution. In Plateau, we passed several times, we passed this kind of thing before. For bad years, this kind of thing happened. If the blocking the road will be the solution, has been the solution since before now. So we are calling on the federal government and Plateau State government, please and please, for those who are blocking the road for travelers, wallahi, it has affected many people yesterday. And same happening to us last week Tuesday again. This same place, they blocked the road for some hours. So this is totally bad. We know that the killing is not good. It's not a welcome development in our country. Nobody is support of this kind of bad act that you and just take and innocent people like wallahi is totally condemnable. Because we know it's not only in Plateau, many places are going of this kind of thing. So if we say that in any way this kind of stuff that happen, we block the road, that means most of our road is going to be blocked always. So blocking the road, I think, is not the solution. So the government, they should do something. Please and please, we are calling of the government. They should do something. Please and please. Thank you so much, my president. May Almighty Allah continue to be with you, guide and protect you. Thank you so much, sir.
Suleiman. The people in Plateau State were protesting the killings in their communities, and that's quite bad. Anyway, moving on. Precious from Life Camp, you say, good morning, His Radio Highness of Abuja. Thank you very much. That's me. Yeah. Nigeria a country where we borrow to loot. The CBN and the federal government are one and the same. When the federal government borrowed the money, they didn't inform or took permission from the masses. So why bothering us with 40 years repayment plan? The CBN and the federal government go settle themselves, I beg. Borrowing is not the problem, but what are they borrowing with? Or what are they doing with the borrowed funds? Who or which agency is monitoring the spendings? Is the EFCC truly independent? Kai, Nigeria, our country. Please, they should return our mandates to the only politician we know does not embezzle public funds. Peter Obi. And that's your thoughts, Precious. Thank you very much for sending that one in. Let's get to more voice notes now. Let's see, who do we have here? Hello, good morning.
Nacho, good morning, Nacho. You know, one of the things that I didn't have enough time to go into was the issue of the fact that we're using 96% of the loans to service our debt. And we're hell-bent on loans. And then we're not going to cut government expenditure and overheads. That is ridiculous. And we're not spending on production or investment that will help us curtail the loans we are getting. Loans are not sins, but the sin is when you use it for your essential living. You travel abroad for medical tourism as you want, you spend it on your cronies and advisors, and then you now stay and pay salary with it. Meanwhile, you don't invest it on refinery that will help us cut costs and save more money. Right now, all our loans have helped us build at least 2-3 refineries in this country, and will not be leaking money like we are doing. Here at your God bless Nigeria. Until we face the truth, we can keep telling stories. The thing is, this mental slavery, we have to be emancipated by the truth. I will keep saying it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's get.
Hello, Nacho. Good morning. I want to react on the headline that says Buhari wants to go and borrow more money for infrastructure or what? You see, all the money they have been borrowing since 2015 till now, what have they used it for? You see, that's what we have been saying. That whatever you are doing, you did not have plan. They did not even plan of coming to this presidential election. It's just that Goodluck Jonathan surrender for them. You see all this money they are borrowing. I bet you, if they did not be careful about this money they are borrowing, it will run Nigeria down. It will not make this nation go anywhere. I think all of us are seeing it. Everybody is crying. Both those that support APC, both those that did not support it. Let's watch and see. Nobody should complain. Because when we see evil, instead of us to speak out, so we just say, no, it's good, let's go. They are doing well. I pity this country because I'm not even seeing any lights across the tunnel in this country. We are just here deceiving ourselves every day. When we see the truth, instead of to speak the truth, someone will say, hey, it's working. I just laugh. I don't work at the go. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Okechukwu. No, I can't go anywhere. Stay here, we're here together. Prosper from Apo, you say, good morning, Prince. This borrowing is beyond excess. This borrowing has gone past the peak of irresponsibility. The excessive huge amounts regularly borrowed does not in any way translate to fiscal projects, as there's total absence of infrastructures. Shouldn't Nigerians assemble themselves to Aso with placards and excessive huge borrowing and return every money borrowed that's not reflecting development? Enough of the insult on the intelligence of Nigerians. Prosper, thank you very much. And on that note, we drop the anchors on the conversation this morning. It's a good place to leave it. Thank you to Prosper, Okechukwu, Precious, Suleiman, Henry, Jerry, Anthony Witness, Engineer Shegu, Udokama, Usman Dora, GB, Engineer Femi Williams, Clementine, Prince David from Apo, Elder Onoja, Prince I. Thank you all for being a part of the conversation this morning. To those of you who just sat back to listen, you know I call you MVP, and that's for a reason, because you are always there and you make the show happen. Without you, we're nothing. Thank you for being there this morning. Let's continue the conversation at about 9 o'clock. We'll talk more on some of these other things. Stay with us on your radio experience. You can count on.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Eagles 102.